Hey, welcome to another episode of Breaking the Matrix, the podcast where we explore what's going on in this crazy digital world we're living in. I'm your host, RC, and joining me today is the always hilarious and insightful Rich. What's up, Rich? Hey, RC, oh man, just trying to figure out if my phone's spying me or if it's just that smart. You ever feel like you are living in a simulation? Every day, my friend, every day. And that's exactly what we are talking about today, the insane influence of technology in our lives. We've got a big topic today. Are we losing ourselves to the digital world? Technology's role in shaping society is only getting bigger, and honestly, some of it's kinda scary. So let's dive into the real meat of today's discussion. We live in an age where almost every part of our daily life is dominated by technology. From the moment we wake up to checking our phones, using GPS to get around, to falling asleep in front of a screen. It's like we can't escape it. And yet, it's like we are not really living. Are we, Rich? Totally, we are so connected, but in some ways, we are more disconnected than ever. You have probably heard of the term nomophobia, right? It's the fear of being without your phone. And let me tell you, it's real. People lose their minds when their phone dies. I mean, how did we get to a place where not having a device means losing touch with reality? Exactly, Rich. It's become an emotional attachment, not just a tool. And people who are constantly online, whether on social media or gaming, are finding themselves dealing with things like anxiety, loneliness, even depression. It's crazy that a device designed to connect us is actually making us feel more isolated. Now, here's the thing that gets me. On one side, we have the techno-utopians. These are the Mark Zuckerberg, the Elon Musk, and the Bill Gates of the world who are pushing the idea that we are evolving into a better version of ourselves through tech. They are all about the future, right? Colonizing Mars, creating AI-driven utopias, and so on. But on the other hand, we have people like Greg Moffitt, a writer we have been following who is saying, wait a minute, guys, this is dangerous. I love this. Moffat talks about how we have always used tools as humans, from hammers to smartphones. But the problem is that we have lost control. He's saying we're becoming so reliant on this technology that we are not thinking about the long term consequences. It's like, when does it go from helping us to controlling us? You have hit the nail on the head, Rich. The most concerning thing is what technology is doing to our mental health. You would think the more connected we are, the happier we would be, right? But studies show that the more time we spend online, the more depressed and anxious we get. And it's not just about scrolling through your feed. It's the constant stimulation, the likes, the notification. It's all designed to hook us like a drug. And and let's not forget the narcissism factor. I mean, let's be honest. Social media is all about self validation, right? You post a pic, you get a like, and bam, your brain is hooked. But here's the kicker, it makes everyone feel like they need to be constantly performing. It's not real life. Right, Rich? And that leads to something else, tech addiction. The whole checking your phones every 5 seconds thing, it messes with your relationship, your work, your sleep, and don't even get me started on the whole idea of digital detox. People literally don't know what to do with themselves without their devices. And here's where it gets even more unsettling. Moffat mentioned something that happening in Japan called hikikomori. Basically, these are young people who completely shut themselves off from society, spending years in isolation, glued to their screen. And it's not just in Japan anymore. We are seeing it spread globally. Yeah, and it's not just isolation, it's apathy. People are dropping out of the real world, losing their social skills, and choosing to live behind a screen. The scariest part is that this digital disengagement is actually shaping our future society. People aren't just missing out on relationships, they are missing out on life. And it's like, if no one's connecting face to face anymore, how are we supposed to build communities? So let's take a step back and ask ourselves, what if technology continues to evolve at this pace? What if, as Motley asks, the machine stops? Imagine the world without all this tech. What will we do? Will we know how to live without being plugged in? It's true, and the biggest question, can we change course? Do we have the power to break free from this tech addiction before it's too late? Great question, RC. It's when we start breaking free from the matrix we have built from ourselves. It's not going to be easy, but hey, nothing worth doing ever is. So let's do it.